thousands of years ago, a child was born that was half a god and half a man. While his name may have been forgotten with time, history remembers him only as the first elemental master. In his long life, he discovered the 7 elemental magic sources and mastered them all. To each of his children, he passed on an elemental source and trained them. He sent them out in all corners of the world that others would come to know his gift. Nowadays, through his bloodline, there are people born all around the world who discover their powers and learn from other mages to continue his legacy. While there are not many, mages in Geora use their ability to control nature, earth, lightning, fire, air, metal, and water. While there are people who claim they can control more than one element, being gifted enough to master 2 or more of the magical sources, history does not remember another true master. Believers are sure that one day there will be another true master, mastering all the 7 magical sources. They will rise above all and change the fate of the world. Years ago, when I started creating my fantasy universe, I knew that without a doubt I needed and wanted an elemental magic system. It was never a question if I should have one or not. I always knew I wanted one. Growing up, I watched so many TV shows and films that dealt with elemental magic systems. Like, it was just something I grew up with, something that feels familiar. And when creating my own fantasy universe and my own magic system in this world, I just wanted to have something that feels familiar. I wasn't sure if I should go with the classic 4-element system that is known in Western society, or if I should go with the 5-element system, which is obviously known in the eastern part of the world. I wasn't quite sure. I like both of them. I grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra. Even before that, I started with watching Lego Ninjago. I watched the Wings Club. There were so many shows and films that inspired me and shaped me into who I am. So it only felt right to do a big mix and combine a bunch of things that I liked about all of them into one elemental magic system. And that is what I've done. I haven't created something entirely new that was never done before. That was never my intention. I wanted to create something that felt familiar, and in the end of the day, you could have the greatest magic system in the world, but it doesn't really matter because the only thing that matters is how your characters interact with it and how the magic system influences them. What matters is how it's used. If it benefits the story, that is all that really matters. Now, I considered going into detail with each element and explain it and go into that with the lore and history and everything else, but I feel like the elements are kind of self-explanatory. So I hope you enjoyed this very short video. I hope I will see you again in my next video very, very soon. And until then, I hope you have an amazing time.